Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the only LEGO Deadpool and Wolverine set that was ever released, Wolverine's Chopper Showdown from 2012. This came out with the very first wave of LEGO Marvel sets and had 201 pieces. We also got a comic book and some pretty cool instructions, so we're actually going to do a deep dive on this and look at everything the set came with, including those awesome minifigures that we see up front. But first, let's take a look at the comic it came. So the box art here is actually really interesting. We got a unique X-Men logo down in the corner, and this is basically one of the only LEGO X-Men sets up until recently. You can see we've got an art of Wolverine up in the top right corner, and in the bottom corner here, we've got Wolverine, Deadpool, and Magneto advertised as the minifigs that are included. When we flip the box around, you can see we've got some comic Wolverine art there, as well as Wolverine on the top of the box. And on the back, we could see the play features and all that, as well as a cool little action sequence with Deadpool and another comic-accurate Wolverine there. Alright, so now we'll look at the comic, and if you didn't know, back in the day, the LEGO Marvel and DC sets for the first couple years actually came with unique comic books. So this comic book only ever came in this set, although the front page does advertise a lot of the other Avengers sets that came out in that first wave. You can see that we do have like an Avengers comic here where Captain America is suiting up to fight against the Chitauri. Then we flip the page and we've got more of that. Over here we've got an advertisement for the Ultimate Spider-Man set, which was a shared exclusive with Walmart. And then, of course, all of those Avengers 2012 minifigs that are so nostalgic. But then after that, we get into the actual Deadpool and Wolverine comic. I'll let you pause if you want to read it here, but basically I just thought this would be a cool way to showcase some LEGO Marvel history. Then, of course, we get to our final page, and it's all about the Avengers and LEGO Club. So, pretty interesting comic book. Doesn't really give us a resolution as to who wins or whatever, or who's really on anybody's side, but it is a very cool inclusion, especially when you consider LEGO's probably not going to make any more Deadpool stuff, but we'll get to that in a second. I also wanted to showcase the instructions. Usually LEGO instructions aren't much, and in this case it's kind of the same, but we do have some digital renders on certain pages of the characters, and on the final page we have some unique artwork here of Wolverine giving a haircut with his claws. I just thought that was really cool and worth noting. And of course, we've got the classic LEGO Win Kid on the back of the instructions. Now, the main part of the build here, of course, is this giant helicopter. On the bottom, you can see we've got several tires so that you've got landing gears there. And we also have propellers on the top and the back. As far as the build goes, it's not a great build. You can see that there's like an open spot through here that isn't really plugged up or anything. It's very loosey-goosey. We also have clips on the side to hold Deadpool's swords for when he's piloting it, presumably. Then we can lift this off so you can see that there's an area to seat a minifigure in the pilot area. Then we can actually lift the roof piece off here for some extra storage and or minifigure carriage in the back. There's not a lot of narrative to this set in the sense that it's literally just Deadpool flying a helicopter to fight Magneto and Wolverine. And Wolverine gets this little motorcycle here, which of course you can see. You can just kind of put him on. And if you take the claws out of his hands, of course, he can hold on to the handlebars. And there's two studs on the back. Very simple build, though. And now we'll take a look at the minifigs for what it's worth. So this set gave us our only classic red and purple Magneto minifigure ever. He does come on this little 2x2 little circle thing for him to stand on. But he's got the purple paper cape, which of course I love. You guys know I love the papery capes. And then of course he's got great back printing as well. He's got a unique helmet here that was made just for the character of Magneto, which did appear in two other sets over the years, but when we lift it up, you can see that we've got the standard Gandalf face underneath. Of course, not with the beard, because Magneto doesn't have a beard, but it is a nice nod that they use the same head across the themes. Now, of course, Wolverine here has his classic comic book look. Really, really awesome. Kind of based off the Ultimates, I would say. But it's also crazy how similar this is to his look in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine. It's very, very similar, and I love on the back how they printed his cowl kind of hanging down. Of course, this didn't come with a cowl to put on him, and we wouldn't get one for a few years after this set, but it is cool nonetheless. They used the vampire hair here to give him, like, the spiky parts at the back corners of his hair. Then, of course, the head can be flipped around to a more muted face on the other side, both sides having his iconic facial hair. And we also get these very cool claws that are literally signature to the character. I love this figure so much, and I think LEGO knocked it out of the park over a decade ago. And finally, that brings us to the main draw of this set, which of course is the Merc with a Mouth Deadpool. He is exclusive to this set, and we did get 2 other Deadpools over the years, both of which were Comic-Con exclusives, and one of them is Deadpool Duck, so he kind of doesn't count, but he does, but he doesn't. Anyways, very, very incredible that LEGO gave us Deadpool in 2012. It's an awesome minifigure with hip printing, leg printing, including this little pouch down here that looks great. He's got a gun. And he's also got sheaths on his back for 2 swords, which if we lift it up, you could see they also gave him a pretty detailed back of print here too, with the utility belt on and everything. But overall, this is an incredible minifigure. Now, LEGO has not made Deadpool in a retail set since 2012, and considering that Deadpool is now basically considered an adult character, for his violence and a lot of his crude references, I really, really doubt LEGO will ever put him in a retail set again, unless maybe he appears in a future Avengers film and they could, like, you know, sneak him in that way, but I really just don't see it happening. Could it happen? Sure. But will it happen? I'm really not so sure. So that being said, this might be our only retail LEGO Deadpool minifigure ever, which means, in my opinion, the price is probably just going to continue to skyrocket as the years go by. Alright guys, let me know what you thought of this set in the comments down below. I actually think it's a pretty good set, but obviously a lot of that comes from the 3 exclusive minifigs here, and while the Chopper build wasn't anything too crazy, it's just a great nostalgic set, and pretty crazy to think we got all of this for 20 bucks. When Deadpool alone is going for over $100 now. Crazy times, crazy times. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll see you guys on the next video, and until next time, build on.